Hello everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on Maths Made Easier for Kids. My name is Ravali and I'm a part of team here at Turito. Here we have our speaker, Mrs. Mansi Tomar and Priyanka from Student Counselor Department. This webinar is an outreach program by Turito for students to help in their learning skills and for parents who are willing to give their children best education. Before entering into the session, let me give a quick intro about Turito. Turito is an innovative e-learning platform in a vision to provide quality education to every student by well-experienced faculty. Now, Turito is available in USA, Canada, Middle East, India, Singapore, and Australia regions. Also, programs offered by Turito are NAPLAN OC and for academics one-on-one tutoring services for math, science, English subjects in Australia region. Turito is different from other edtechs which are currently existing because Turito offers interactive learning methods as per student requirements. Regular assessments to track the child's progress. Also, Turito provides parent app access to make you part of children's learning journey. We have top 2% certified educators whom we partner with Envision our vision. Before we start today's topic, let me offer a quick intro about our speaker. Mrs. Mrs. Mansi Tomar is a bachelor holder of Bachelor of Education and MSc MBA with experience of 4 years, and she is a star tutor at Turito, a holder of prestigious degrees and a dedicated mathematical expert. Mrs. Mansi Tomar has a rich experience of trained graduate teacher in the subject. And before starting, I'm requesting all the participants who have joined the webinar, please feel free to add your questions in the Q&A section. We will be answering them during Q&A session. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you. Ma'am?
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Thanks for joining. So today we are just having a session on how to make maths easier for the kids. So many of us listen from the students that they are weak in maths. The maths is very hard. So first of all, we have to just understood the problem, what problem the student is facing. We have to understand why they are saying that the maths is very hard. They can't solve the problems. So for the today, the key aspects for our webinars are the understanding reasons for weakness in maths, like how we first have to understand that why the child is saying that he or she is weak in maths. First, we have to make why the child is saying that he is weak in maths. What are the problem he or she is facing in solving the questions. Next is if we have find out that what's the problem, then we have to focus on the same area. First, we have to focus on the same area by making a plan that if the child is having problem in multiplication, so there maybe that he or she don't learn the tables, he or she don't learns how to multiply. So we have to focus at that area. Next is the effective ways to teach mathematics. There are many ways to teach mathematics, by having an activity, or by just explaining, or by doing the questions in very interesting ways. Next comes the regular practice. Maths needs a regular practice. It's not that we have to just do 4 or 5 hours a day. It may be 15 minutes a day, but practice must be regular. So these are the key aspects for a webinar. Next comes that when we find out the weak points in the students, that student is facing the problem in the calculation, or he or she don't understand the questions, that what that by reading the questions he don't understand how to do and what to do. So what we have to take actions on these, like how can you address your gap areas in maths. First, we have to determine the knowledge of maths. That student, how much student is having the basic knowledge of maths, how much he know before starting the problem, the basics that he know. When we know that this much he or she know, then we have to plan a problem, or we have to build a plan to work to identify the gaps, that how we just fill these gaps, how we can make the student understand. Next, we have to implement the plan and then evaluate. We just give a problem to the students and then say that this problem is saying this and you have to do this. So you have to we have to just say to practice this. Then if it is not working, we have to restructure if required, like the student is not getting, so we have to just plan in a way like an activity plan, or by just engaging the student with the real life examples. Then we have to practice with new plan again until you achieve your desired results. So we have to practice it until the student understood that how to do the problem like that. Next comes why should you regular practice maths? As we all know that maths is a practice subject. If I just say about myself, I am also not good in maths till 5. But when I comes in the grade 5, I got a good teacher. So a good mentor is also important for this. And then she just explains the questions very in an interesting way, and she also practice to say to practice the problems. So we have to practice maths to just make our brain excellent, and also to increase our accuracy. If we practice math, it also increase our accuracy, and we just take less time to just do the questions. Improvement of creative and analytical skills. It also improves our creativity skills, that how we just do the questions. As all know that for one questions there are many methods, we can do by many methods. So by saying that practice the same method is not good, we have to ask the students that in how many ways we can solve the problem, so he or she will get interest in solving the problems. Ability to apply concept in the real world scenarios, and it also help when we practice to just relate the problem with the real world or real life also. Better problem solving abilities. By just practicing maths, we also get the better ability problem, lesser mistake, and quicker answering time. So by practicing maths, it just increase the accuracy. We just take less time to do the same question. So the practice maths is very useful to just make math easier. But practicing the same type of questions is not good, but we have to say to the students to just practice the questions, and also just tell the questions that in how many ways we just do that question. And the one thing is that like we just do uh, just make how the child is comfortable maths. Like we just do a question, rather than asking the question from his or her, we have to tell the question so the student not hesitate to just give the answer. If we just tell the question answer before, then students mind is fixed that we have to solve the question in many ways, and that helps the student to just understood the maths. Next comes why learn maths with Turito. First of all, Turito have one-on-one sessions. So choose mindful over handful learning. Means it will create a plan according to the student. The student first, what we do, we have to we just check the basics, that what the student know before starting the classes, that what the student know, at what level the student is. Then we just plan our strategies, then how we just overcome that problems, and how the student take interest in that topic. Then gain concept clarity from the ground up. From the basics we start, get insights from expert in the subject. We have teachers that are experts in the subject, and also they just tell the problems. If the student is asking the problems, they tell the answers in very interesting way. Learn in personalized live interactive classes. So we have live interactive classes also. With this, the student also not hesitate to ask the questions. Like many students think that in a class of 10 student or 5 student, if I ask the questions, then thus other student laugh at him or her. So here we don't do like that. It's the student choice. Students is fully comfortable and can ask the questions he or she is having. So by these way, we just make the maths easier for us, and just practice the maths. And first of all, we just start from the basics only. If we know the basics, the maths is very easier for us. It's only a mindset that the maths is very hard. No subject is hard, no calculations are hard. We just only need to practice that calculations. And that's all for today.
Thank you, ma'am, for the detailed overview about the topic. We got some questions from participants. Let's start Q&A session, ma'am. And the first question is, my child is a good student but hates math. How to make him get interested in the subject?
Okay, if the child is good, if hates math, the first way is to motivate him or her. The second way you have to do to just take the problems related to the real world, so that he can just make a relation between the questions and the real world. And by that he or she just think about that, and just uh, uh, do the questions you using the real world's problem. Like if we just say that the tables, so the tables is like that, we just give a activity to a student to do, so that he or she take interest in the activities like the games. So we have to just provide the problems like a activity.
Okay, ma'am. And the next question is, how to build strong foundation in maths? Any tips or strategies?
Okay, the strong foundation for building in maths is first from the student know from the basics. If the students learn the basics, then the maths he do a maths in a better way. Like for the multiplication or addition, we just know the tables. We also know the numbers. So from the basics, if we start that how to multiply, how to divide, then he or she can do the difficult questions also if we know the basics. So the basics is must.
Yeah, ma'am. And the next question is how to introduce a math new concept to kids.
Okay, we just introduce a math new concept to kids by first of all we have to check the basics, that how much kids know. Then we have to just relate some examples to the real world, so that he or she can think about that concept that we are going to start. Then we have to just explain the problems. This will help the kid to understand maths very easily.
And the next question, can you suggest any tips to become perfect in math tables?
Perfect in math tables is the one is the learning, or there are many tricks to just learn the tables. So by the tricks or by just learning, it depends on the child that what method he or she prefer, he or she like.
Yeah, please let us know some basic topics in math to start teaching a child.
Just repeat.
Please let us know some basic important topics in math to start teaching a child.
It's like the first is the multiplication one. The sum, because the important topics, it's like the addition, division, multiplication, decimal number. These are the mainly the important topic, and the all the topics, all the questions related to these topics also. If we know addition, we can done the problems. If we know multiplication, we just do many topics based on that. So the basics are the addition, multiplication, subtraction, and division.
Okay, ma'am. And the next question is, can you suggest any activities to improve mental calculations?
uh, Activities related to what?
Mental calculations.
Okay, the activities related to mental calculations is like we just take an activity for the multiplication one, or we just like we just sitting and just relate the problems, the activity to the real world, that we have having two pencils and two erasers and two sharpeners. So how much they are in total. So the main thing is that we have to relate all the activities to the real world.
Yeah, ma'am. And the next question is, what topics are usually hard for child to understand, and what must a parent to do help their child?
Like it's depend on the child also, because all the children having different uh, understanding levels. So it's depend on the student, that what are the topics they are having the problem. It's not a particular topic that these topics are hard, that is hard. It depends on the student, that which part is weak in the student. So I can't say that these topics are hard. So first of all, we have to just uh, know the basics, that how much student knows. We have to know that at what point, at what topic student is having problem. So the topic hard in maths, there is no topic that is hard for kids. It's only depend on the understanding, that if the kid not understand any topic, it's first we have to just know the basics that why he or she is not understanding, then we have to solve that problem.
Yeah, ma'am. And the next question is, any daily tips to make child improve maths?
Daily tips is like to practice. uh, uh, I'm not saying to practice 8 hours, 4 hours. Just start from 15 minutes a day. Just practice the problems 15 minutes a day. It's also improve the accuracy. It all or also make interest in the child, that if you just we just give a problem for 15 to 20 minutes a day, it will just make an interest in the child also to solve the problems. So the main tip is that to just practice, not for 4 6 hours, only for 15 minutes a day. Start 15 minutes a day. When a kid is getting interest, he or she uh, uh, he or she just increase the time.
Yeah, ma'am. The next question is, how to improve calculation speed?
Calculation speed is again we like if I just give the example, when the when a kid go to school, they learn the alphabets. So they first write the alphabets in a very slow speed. Then by just practicing, the speed also increase. So that's the way to just improve the calculation speed in maths also. We have to just practice the maths. If we just practice the maths, it helps to just increase the accuracy. So by practicing the things, we just increase the speed of calculations. So the practice is the only solution for this.
Yeah. And the next question is, how many hours should my child practice math every day?
How many?
Hours should
Okay.
my child practice math every day?
Okay, so it's, I'm not saying to just fix the hours. So just like the starting, to just make interest in the kid, just start with 15 to 30 minutes first. When you see this kid is getting interest in the topic, in the subjects, then slowly increase the time for that. And also don't say to just practice one type of problem. Just give 2 or 3 types of problems, and then just see that how much he or she know, how he or she is doing the problem. By that way, the kid also getting the interest in the subject also.
Yeah, ma'am. Next question, how to join these classes? Um, Priyanka
uh,
from Student Council team will answer this. Priyanka, are you there?
Yeah, hi, I'm there. So after the webinar, you will be getting the call from the team, and they will be discussing about the uh, everything. They'll explain you about the everything, and they'll schedule the demo session for your child. And after the demo session, we'll again contact you for the feedback, and after that, you can join the class.
Yeah, thank you, Priyanka. And one more question, how will I know my child progress after we join the classes?
So after the demo and after you join the classes, you will be directly in contact with the teachers, and we have a app also for tracking the students' progress, and moreover, the teacher and the parent will be directly in contact with the teacher. Like both of them will be directly in contact.
Yeah. And the final question, do we have any trial class?
Yeah, we do provide a demo session, and after the webinar, the team will contact you by today only to schedule the demo session.
Thank you, Priyanka. And thank you, ma'am. No more questions. Uh, as for, wait a while, ma'am. As of now,
thank you.
no more questions, ma'am. We'll be ending the session now, and also we'll have session in the coming week as well. We hope to see you all again. If you have any queries, please write us at k@turito.com. For more info, visit our website www.turito.com. For better learning and better listen, please join Turito. Thank you. Have a nice day.